it again with another Dark Knight Metal Customs video. We are slowly but surely assembling all of the ridiculously epic designs that were introduced in the Dark Knight Metal storyline, with all the different variations of essentially kind of different versions of Batman inspired and combined with other members of the Justice League. So we did go on ahead and get our Batman Who Laughs design done, which is pretty exciting. We did go on ahead and get the Drowned design completed as well. We did also get Dawnbreaker completed, who turned out very, very, very cool. And in addition to that, Red Death has also been assembled. And so today we are going to go on ahead and work on the next design, which is going to be Merciless. First, ladies and gentlemen, we have a sponsorship interruption, and today's is an absolutely awesome one. This is the Ridge wallet, which is the wallet that I've been using now for the last handful of weeks, and I have to say it is absolutely awesome. It's honestly, surprisingly, it's almost like new tech in wallets. This is my previous wallet that I've used for years now, and it is a lot more burdensome. It is just heavy. It is cumbersome to carry. But when I went ahead and got the sponsorship for this particular wallet, I'm just honestly blown away by how awesome this is. It's just so minimalistic. You have room for your cash, you have room for your cards. So in this case, I kept the a card just to showcase here an example for you guys. It holds 12 or up to 12 cards. So if you have less than that, it would be even lighter and thinner for you to carry. It is nice and light, but not light in the sense where you feel like it's cheap. And that's the thing that I think is really awesome about it, is that it really does feel like a premium item, which is very, very cool to see. And of course, in addition to that, it comes in a whole bunch of varieties. So right here, I've got just a couple to show you. So this is the carbon fiber one, which I love. This is my personal favorite. It is absolutely awesome. And they do also have two different variations for the money clip. So if you don't like the actual clip design, you can go on ahead and get the other variation, which I have right here to showcase to you guys as well. And this one has the little belt kind of clip, so you can use that one if you'd like to go that route. The other thing that's really cool about them is the fact that there's 30 other options to choose from, or over 30 colors to choose from carbon fiber, titanium, and a bunch of different colors. So that's really, really cool. But even if you don't want to believe me, the cool thing is that they have over 30,000. Yes, you heard me correctly. 30,000. Not 100, not 200, 30,000 is definitely a pretty large sample size. And they have 30,000 5-star reviews on these wallets. So obviously they know what they're doing there over at Ridge Wallet. They are putting together some sweet wallets. And if you guys want to go on ahead and check them out, there's a link in the description there that I would love for you guys to utilize. So you can go on ahead and use the link to head over to ridge.com/blitz and then utilize code BLITZ, BLITZ, to save yourself 10% off your order. So not only are you getting an awesome item, but by supporting the channel and supporting our sponsor for today's video, you would be saving yourself 10% off your order. And these are the two factors that really seal the deal for me when working with these guys over at Ridge, because it really shows you their commitment to the quality of their product. Number one, you basically have a 45-day test drive period for one of these items. So if you order one of these wallets, you can return it within 45 days, which is absolutely awesome, and you would get a full refund. And in addition to that, as if that wasn't good enough, when you buy one of these wallets, you have a lifetime warranty. Yes, you heard me correctly. So basically, essentially, you can buy one of these wallets and use it for life, which is absolutely awesome. And it really shows their commitment to the craftsmanship and the high quality that they have with these particular wallets. So once again, go to ridge.com/blitz, use code BLITZ to save yourself 10%. Thank you to Ridge for sponsoring this video. It helps out a ton. And I do want to thank you guys for going and supporting Ridge for supporting the Blitzwinger channel. So thank you guys so very much for this, and enjoy the rest of the video. So this is, I guess this would be kind of the Wonder Woman sort of inspired design. So this is, out of all the characters, the most like an actual knight looking character. And it's just this really big looking armored blue armored knight with a giant gold sword, which sounds pretty ridiculously epic and very metal indeed. So let's get to that design. Of course, don't forget, guys, if you do enjoy today's video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and in addition to that, if you'd like to become a member, please consider doing so. Thank you guys so very much for that support. With that in mind, let's go on ahead and get to work here on Merciless. I think that the most difficult aspect about this character is probably going to wind up being the design of the helmet, because he does have this really cool, unique looking helmet, and so I'm sure that that will be quite difficult to figure out, but we're certainly going to give it a try and do our very best in that process. Why does it have two different colors? Oh, because it's got a left-hand weapon and a right hand. Okay, because I was a little confused. I was like, that's odd. Okay, he only does have the one sword, though, so we're all good to go there. All right, so let's get to work on the design itself. So I'm trying to think here, where do we start, I guess, right? Because that's kind of a pretty common question with a lot of these designs, is where do we even start? Okay. Okay, so the first thing I want to take a look at real quick is all of the armor pieces, because I did have this idea of actually using like actual armor, just because I think it could be really cool. So we're gonna probably go for like a bright blue and then a dark blue combo. It's really odd because the blue that we see in the actual comics is closer to this blue, but it's almost this kind of bright. It's like if we mix those two blues, and unfortunately they don't have something like that. So because of that, we're gonna have to probably, well, actually, let me see, what does this look like? No, that's not great. I think we're gonna have to stick with this one. So my idea behind choosing specifically this design and going with the armor, the knight's armor, is because we're trying to really give that impression of this giant knight, which is what exactly Merciless is supposed to be. So hopefully we'll be able to capture that element with this character. Now, the torso, based on that, obviously immediately you can kind of come to a realization doesn't quite matter as much, just because you don't really get to see a lot of the torso design. So I think we're just going to go with like a dark black, or maybe dark blue even. I think the dark blue will blend better with the design there. Maybe, well, I'm not sure, because I actually think the black looks a little bit nicer. Yeah, we'll go with the black then. Okay, now for the armor on the hands and such, I guess the first thing we could do is just the easy stuff, which is the hand piece themselves. So we're going to go with the blue, or maybe the dark blue, actually, because again, I do want to try to combine the designs here. I kind of am curious to see what this armor looks like in blue. Not great, unfortunately. Okay, let's scroll through. So what we're looking for is something that will be predominantly blue and or oh, it doesn't recolor the other arm at all. Interesting. Okay, I kind of like the right arm design there, but the problem is the left arm remains all metallic like that, so that won't work for us, unfortunately. What would this look like, I wonder? Ooh. Recolored. That's interesting, because that definitely gives you that kind of knight feel. The problem is that we ideally want the gauntlets to be like almost a brighter blue. I don't think there are any gauntlets in the game. Like, you can see all the gauntlets that have like gold designs, like these ones, but the problem with them is that obviously what we're looking for is a blue design for the gauntlet instead of gold. So if there's something, well, maybe this could work. Interesting. So kind of what we're going for here. Huh. Interesting take there. This could possibly work. I like the gauntlet design on that one. Let me scroll all the way up because I feel like I didn't really check the very, very top options. General Zod, maybe? That looks really cool. But again, the problem with that one is just the wrong color combination on it. It looks really cool, but it's not really the right colors, unfortunately. What about this? That has a little bit of blue in it, like in the especially the top shoulder pad design, so kind of better than what we saw for General Zod, but I really think the General Zod gauntlets look sick. And speaking of looking sick, these Ares gauntlets also look very, very cool. Man, oh man, there's so many cool designs, but the problem is there really isn't anything that works perfectly well for us. Could we maybe go this route? Could that work? That actually kind of looks interesting as well, but I think we need to try to capture more of that kind of Knights feel with this character, especially. It's super duper crucial. And so because of that, I'm thinking either General Zod, because I really think that looks super cool, that design. Or if we don't go with the General Zod design, did I try? Oh, that's going to be red there. I guess we could go possibly with this as well, because at least you get kind of that Knights theme, which sort of works well there. Ooh. This one looks kind of good too. At least you get the right colors on this. You could go dark or darker on the colors if you want. You could even go with the black design if you want. I'm also realizing I have to change the torso to match whatever the color of the arms is, because that's how it's actually gonna like work better. But that's interesting. I kind of think that this works, right?
Oh.
Okay, I gotta go with the General Zod. I just have a hunch that that one is gonna turn out the coolest, so we're gonna go with the General Zod design. I think that will, at the end, when we're done with the character, I think that one will be the one that I'm like, okay, I'm glad we chose that particular design. Okay, so we've got that all figured out. Now, for the hip piece, okay, so I'm trying to think, is there any way that we could incorporate, because he does have this, like, I don't know what you'd call it, like, it's not a skirt piece, whatever you would describe that as, essentially covering the center of the character. So I'm trying basically something like that actually would work decently well. And it does have blue in the design, which is interesting. So if I go this route, how would we incorporate? Okay, let's see. Actually, let me see. Do they have a Ares piece here? I don't. Okay, they do. So if I make that bright blue, it sort of works. Giant sword. That look. I think we'll get a decent looking character once we incorporate more of this. I'm also realizing we've got to just go brighter on the arms, because you either got to go with the bright blue or you have to do dark blue on the whole design, and I think the bright blue will look just cooler. So we're just going to go with the bright blue design, except for the torso. The torso remains darker. Okay, and now comes the most difficult aspect of this character, and that's the helmet, because he has this giant... I don't even know how to explain them. They're like kind of like bat ears sticking out of the sides of the helmet. Almost like this. I wish I could recolor that, because that would honestly work decently well here. What recolors on this? I wonder. Can you change the color of the eyes? Because if there was a way to recolor the eyes, that would be pretty good. Because we would need them to be red. I don't think we're going to get a helmet that looks more accurate, especially when it comes to recoloring. So I think we're going to be kind of stuck with this. Could go maybe darker, but I feel like the regular blue works better. Okay, and then face. I'm thinking zoom or... Let's see. Does it matter if we made the eyes red? Oh, no, it doesn't, because you can't see them underneath the, or through the helmet. Okay, so unfortunately, we won't be able to adjust the eye color. So because of that, I think the only aspect that we can change is the mouth design. And the mouth design is somewhat Zoom-esque with, like, those lines, kind of. Or maybe even we could use scarecrows. Silver Banshee. Let's see, I'm curious. No, that does not look good. Scarecrow. Nope, that does not look good either. Okay, I think zoom it is. I wish those lines were a little bit more obvious to see, but yeah, outside of that, I think we've nailed the design of Merciless. I wish there was also the option to add a collar. I'm going to try to see if it lets us do that. I don't think it will, but just in case, maybe it does allow you to... Yeah, you see, so if you add the collar here, it removes the helmet and the armor piece. So unfortunately, you would not be able to incorporate that. Okay, that was scary. I thought it reset my entire design for the character. I freaked out for a second. I was like, are you kidding me? That would have been a disaster. I was like, wait a minute. We just built this character and now you just reset it on us. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual character because I think we did a pretty good job with this one. All things considered, it was not an easy character to assemble. Man, I'm glad we chose the dark blue for the torso because if we went black there, it'd be very difficult to actually spot the details there. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. That is Merciless, who apparently fires ice bolts because I forgot to turn off that ability set, but you can obviously adjust that in the actual settings for the character also. But there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Giant gold sword, epic blue armor. We've incorporated many of the key elements that you would expect for Merciless. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And of course, if you end up getting this character created for yourself, don't forget to go on ahead and share that over on Twitter or Instagram at Blitzwinger. Facebook, it's The Blitzwinger. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Leave a like, and I'll catch you guys on the next Dark Knight's Metal Custom